It's time we start valuing ourselves. It's time that we take our power back. We stop allowing other people to step on our toes. We stop being so nice to where we don't have that voice and where we want to speak up for ourselves. It's time that we start to speak up for ourselves. Because one thing I'm learning is that I have been triggered so many times. People have triggered me because as a kid, I was so scared to speak up for myself. I was so scared to just say, this is what's going on, because my voice, it was silenced. It was silenced because the fear that I had overtook my body and overtook me spiritually. It took over me to the point where I wasn't able to really stand up for myself, and where people had started to begin to think that I was a pushover. And still, as of today, there are some people that still believe such a thing, and they treat me a certain way and they talk to me a certain way, and it's a lack of respect, and I don't like it. And I want to put this video out here because I want you guys to know something. I am still in the process of growing. I know I've said this a million times, but I am still in the process of not just only becoming a better version of myself. That's not what this is about. This is about really having self-value and self-respect. I've lacked self-value and self-respect of myself for such a long time because I allowed so many people to run over me. I allowed people to mistreat me and just talk to me any kind of way that they felt they could because I was too scared to speak up for myself. And I want to speak to the people, the ones who are afraid to speak up for themselves. Know this: if you constantly and keep continuing allow people to run over you and to become a pushover, you don't say nothing, that is the type, you're teaching them how to treat you. You're teaching them how to treat you because you're not willing to stand up for yourself. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to speak up. It's uncomfortable to face your fears. Confrontation is very uncomfortable, but it needs to be done in order to take a stand. Take a stand for you, not for them, not for the rest of the world. Take a stand for you, because no one was there to take a stand for you in the past. No one was there to say, hey, stop doing this to this person and this and that. It's time for you to protect the little version of you, to protect your inner child. You see, you're protecting your inner child. You're standing up for that voice that wasn't able to speak when they were younger, that was afraid of what might happen, afraid of the consequences, afraid to even raise a hand in class and say, hey, I do have a question. I don't understand this, teacher. You're speaking up for that little you, the smallest version of who you used to be. So stand up for yourself. And I'm here to tell you that we can do this together. Take my hand and take this journey with me into really showing ourselves some self-respect and valuing who we are. Because we obviously don't value ourselves if we allow people to run over us, if we allow people to just treat us any kind of way, to think that it's okay to call us names, to think that it's okay to talk to us in a ridicule tone, to think that it's okay for them to, now what people say behind our backs is none of our business. It's not any of our business. But if it's being done to your face and people are disrespecting you and they're making you feel a certain way, you stand up for yourself and you say, I will not tolerate this. This is the behavior I will not tolerate. If someone thinks it's okay to steal from you or take from you, you tell them, I'm not tolerating this. No, leave. I don't need this in my life. And you don't want to constantly keep allowing people who are going to trigger you into your life. Don't, because I know what that feels like. When people treat me a certain way, I go back to that experience I had as a child, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm triggered all over again. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? So really Value you. Value your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Because you do not deserve that. You are not worth a piece of shit. You are not worth a piece of trash. You are not a dumpster, okay? You are not a rug that people can just come and wipe their feet on. You're a god. You're a goddess. Act like one. Step into that God-like energy that you are. And don't allow no one to disrespect you. We don't fear anyone on this channel. And I'm here to say that I'm not allowing no one to keep continuing to disrespect me. And for those that do watch my videos, I hope you know this. I'm coming for you. And I'm talking about the ones who who think that they can speak to me a certain way. No. And it's not saying get into a physical altercation or get into any type of altercation with them. No, it's more so of saying, you know what? I'm not going to continue to keep allowing this because I know my self-worth and I respect myself and love myself enough to not allow this. Peace.